Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome back to yet another episode on your favorite Little Slaw YouTube channel. It's been a long time, yes, I know. So today we're going to see the next session of creating the custom load. So previously we saw how to create a ramp up load, step load, spike, constant, right? So today we're going to see about how to create a custom load. So I'm going to teach you something which is incredibly powerful, the custom load test shape in Locust. So here's the problem. So by default, what happens is Locust spawns all your users at once or with a simple linear ramp. But the real world traffic does not work like that, as we all know. So the real traffic has patterns, right? It spikes during the flash sales, it waves during the business hours, it surges when the system recovers from outages, right? So the load test shape gives you complete control over the user count at any moment in time. So you define exactly how many users you want at second 0 and at second 60 and at second 120 complete precision, right? So the next 10 minutes you will learn how to do a load test shape interface, how to build your first custom shape, and also you're going to see how to do a real world e-commerce example and then advanced wave pattern. So first let me show you how to do the Lotus shape interface. It's very simple, as you all know. So from Locust, import Lotus shape, and then I'm going to use the class my custom shape of, I'm going to call the Lotus shape here, and then I'm going to define the tick of self, and then I'm going to bring the runtime here, which we all know. I'll explain, in fact I'll explain you, don't worry. So self dot get underscore runtime of, and then I'm going to use the user count equals 100. So basically we are going to use the 100 users, and then the spawn rate is going to be 10. So I'm going to spawn in a rate of 10 for each second, and then finally I'm gonna return the user count comma spawn rate. Okay, so let me explain you, let me break this down for you. So there are four key parts, if you see, starting from importing the importing the Lotus shape, and this is the base class. The Lotus shape is the base class, and then the second one, which is your custom, your class inherits from the Lotus shape, right? So it's a very basic, simple inheritance. Thirdly, I define a tick method, right? So the tick method is here. So this method is called approximately once per second while your test runs. And then the fourth one, where you return the tuple, the user count and the spawn rate. So what happens here is the user count is how many users you want right now. The spawn rate is how fast you add them, that is the users per second. So if you return 100 comma 10, as we given here, like 100 comma 10, which means this tells to us that how many seconds have elapsed since the test started, because this is your control, right? So you can use the runtime to decide how many users you want for your test. So think of it like this. So at runtime 0, um, or when the runtime is equal to 0 seconds, you might want 10 users, okay? And at runtime 60 seconds, you might want 50 users, so for every 10 seconds, right? And then at runtime 120 seconds, you might want 200 users, okay? And the magic here is the return, which is none, to stop the test. So that's the magic here. And if I want to stop the test, what I'll do is I add if runtime greater than 300, then I'm gonna return none, right? So what happens is this will, I mean, the none will stop the test for me after 5 minutes. Okay, so 300 seconds basically. So this is how we build the first one. This is how we build the very first, very basic class that we inherit from the load test shape, right? And now let's build the uh, first custom shape. So for that, let me go back again here. Let me create a folder, make dir custom shape, and I'll cd into custom shape. Sorry, dot cd custom underscore shape, and I'll create another file which is touch my first shape.py. So now if I go into my custom shape, okay, I'll create it directly here. So I'll create a file which is my underscore first shape.py, right? And let's write the code. So I'll type it for you. So starting from Locust, where I import the HTTP user for my test, followed by task, followed by between, followed by LoadTestShape, right? So we need 4 imports: the HTTP user for our user class, the task decorator between for wait times, and LoadTestShape, right? And now I'll move on to the next line where I'm going to bring the next items. So the class with 3 stage shape of LoadTestShape. So I'm inheriting from the LoadTestShape, and then okay, I have the commands already. I'll just paste it here. Yep. So I have got stage 1, 50 users for 2 minutes, 100 users for 2 minutes, and 150 users for 2 minutes. So I just always recommend you, so always document your shape. So write what it does, and then the tick method. So I'll come back to the tick method now, where I'll define the tick of self run underscore time equals self dot get underscore runtime. So now we're going to get the current runtime because this is our clock. Okay. And then the next part, this is to stop the test, right? So if the run time is less than 120, then return 50 comma 10. That is, so if you are in the first 120 seconds, that's 2 minutes, I'm going to return 50 users where I'm going to spawn at 10 users per second or 10 per second. Okay. So this is my first stage. So this is what I'm achieving here. And now we'll move on to the type stage 2, right? So in type stage 2, I'm going to write else if, again, another runtime less than 240. Sorry, if it is less than 240, which means 4 minutes, right? So in that case, I'm going to return 100 comma 10, and let me explain. So from 120, so from after this, from 120 to 240 seconds, which is minutes 2 to 4, I'll increase to 100 users. So now you can imagine how many users I have increased, right? So from 50 and then to 100. So from 120 to 240 seconds, minutes 2 to 4, okay, which is I'm increasing to 100 users. I'm adding another else if runtime 360, where I'm going to return 150 comma 10. Okay, so what I'm doing now is from 240 to 3 seconds, I'm increasing from minutes 4 to 6, which is increasing to 150 users. And finally, I need to stop the test, right? So I'm going to return none. So now you must have understood why I have taken the previous example. So here I have explained you how the spawn rate works, and when do I end the test. So that's the scenario. That's a very basic example to explain to you. So now here I have did this custom shaping. So how did I increase the load, like for every 2 minutes? Same way you can also increase your test, like for 10 minutes, for 20, 30 minutes, and then you can expand your duration. You can run the test. So after 6 minutes, when I return none, the test will automatically stop, right? So this is a very basic, very simple way of customizing your custom load shape. And now I'm adding another class, and I'll explain it to you why. So I'm adding a class simple user of HTTP user wait time between 1, 3 at task. I'm defining a get of post. So we need to define a request, right? So with our request, what are we going to test now? So get of post self dot client dot get of slash posts with the end quotes, print of f quotes request at self dot environment dot runner dot user underscore count, right? And then I'm going to enter the users. So so that's a simple user that makes the request. So the print statement shows the current user count. So here, as you see, I'm making the user request, the post request, and finally I'm printing the users, which shows me which shows everyone the user count. So there it is. This is how you can define your first custom load test shape, right? So it looks very simple, right? And let's quickly run it and see how does it really work. So I have the command here, and I hope you must also have this command with you. Anyways, let me type. So locust minus f, and the test name is different. It's going to be my first shape.py, and then the host JSON placeholder typico.com, and then the headless. Let me end that as well. So headless, which means we all know, which will run the test here for us to see how the results work. And let me click enter. So now we can see how the output is getting scrolled at the bottom. So it will start with the current user load, the current users, and how quick the stages are getting complete. Okay. Let me quickly fix this. So we have quick debugging. So it shows the class 3 stage load shape, and then the syntax expected colon, and let's do a quick save, and let me run it again. Yep, it's running. Okay, so finally I'm able to debug the issues as well. Yeah, so as you see here, you can very well see the current users load, and the current users, and then the stages. So it should keep on increasing like after every 2 minutes or so that you can see the 3 distinct stages where the users are ramping up. They hold steady, and then so now it has ramped up to 50 users, and then it keeps on steady state. After 2 minutes, yes, as we all expect, it will ramp up to the next level of users, and then it will again hold steady, and then after that it will ramp up to the next level. And this is exactly what we programmed, right, as you see here. So now it's still on 50 users. We haven't yet crossed the 2 minutes mark. Only then we can see the users are getting ramping up to the next level. And yep, let's wait for a few more seconds to get to see the user load is getting increased. But for now, yeah, so until now it's keep on hitting the post request with the user load that we wanted to test. That is 50 users for now. So it keeps on hitting the users with 50 users. Yep, so now if you see here, it is slowly ramping up. So it went from, I'll just show you real quick. So it ramp up like 60, and then 70, 80, 90, and 100, and now it is keeping steady on 100. So same way, it will keep on increasing for 150 as well. So like 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, and then after 2 minutes, it will automatically stop the test, because that's how we have designed the load duration. And again, I just suggest you to try all this, keep on increasing and decreasing, or you can even decrease and increase the user load to see how does it really work. So yeah, with that I come to the end of this video. We'll catch up with another interesting session on Locust. So until then, it's bye bye from Vasan Shanmugam and your favorite Little Star YouTube channel. Take care and bye bye.